in the spirit of October, I thought I could talk a little bit about pink tourmaline. I think we all know that opal is the birthstone for October, but the alternate is pink tourmaline. So this is what you call a rubellite. Rubellite is when the pink is very saturated and it's actually red. And the key to identifying it is it red and all the color, wait a second, under different light sources of lighting. So this is my fiber optic cable. I don't know if you can see this. Sometimes it's easier to use the lighting and other times. So you see how the color, even with this light source, it's just a super saturated raspberry, deep, intense pink, right? Okay, so that's one. And then another one would be like overhead light, like a fluorescent light. This is an alt light. And you can see that the color of the stone is like endlessly pink, raspberry pink, super saturated, lots of red, very little brown, and actually the color is really intense. So pink tourmaline is more like this. So these are by Seaman Sheps. I love these earrings. These are big, yummy crystals, cabochon pink tourmaline. What I was going to tell you is that pink tourmaline is, or rubellite, whichever one, but it's the same stone, it's just the difference is the saturation of color, is that when you're talking about these stones tend to not be clean. They're more like emeralds, and emeralds also, just the clarity is not as pristine as something like an aquamarine, or for example, tourmaline, when it's green, it tends to be very clear, just like emerald when it's it's a beryl, but when it's not emerald and it's aquamarine, aquamarine is very clean and emerald is very included. Well, rubellite and pink tourmaline is the same. They tend to be really included. So you can see with this guy, when I light him up, that he's full of inclusions. And part of the reason he was cut in a cabochon is because he's so included, but you get this great bubblegum pink that just shows up. It's so pretty. It's super flattering. But this is the same stone, but we call it two different things because of the saturation and the color, which is cool. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to tell you about is when you see a stone this big, like this tourmaline is gigantic. Yes. Okay, so it's a big granddaddy tourmaline. Well, you can imagine that one day there was a miner and he was busy working in a mine, maybe in Brazil, you know, we like to think that maybe for pink tourmaline. Or maybe California, because pink tourmaline is also mined in California. So anyway, he's trudging along and he's doing all this thankless, awful work deep inside a mine, and he finds a crystal. And it's to cut a stone this size, which is however many carats, let's see, over 50. You can imagine that the mineral specimen he has to pull out is at least over 100 carats, because when you cut a stone, you're going to lose at least half of the rough. So this was originally a much bigger piece that some genius faceted it to make it look like this and to get all this great color out of it. And you can see it's just so saturated and brilliant and wonderful. And it's special. It's for our October babies. So happy birthday.